Hey y'all, hey. Hey Heart community. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be using StreamYard again. It's like excited. Let me go find myself though. Let me go. Hey y'all, hey. There I am. So super cool. Let me go. So super cool. I'm over here on Instagram now. So those of you who do not know, did you know that StreamYard even have an ability for you to go to do something on TikTok? I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm going to figure that out too. But I just want to make sure that I have everything together. Okay. Okay, great. Hey y'all. Oh my gosh. Listen, I just had to really sit here and just press play. If you're in here, tell me that you're in here because I'm on StreamYard and I am actually streaming on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Instagram like right now. So I don't see any comments yet, but I see that y'all are popping in here. So let me know if you're here because I'm actually doing a beta where the comments are supposed to immediately come up to the screen without me having to do it. So if you're in here right now, let me know that you're in here. And then let's see. Let me see what I can do real quick. I do want to talk to y'all about something. I really, really do. I really, really do. So welcome in. Happy hump day. Oh, y'all, I'm sitting here in this office. Let me turn the heater off. Who else be sitting in the office with the heater on? Because sweater, heater, I be cold. I be all the things. But let me turn this off. Hello to my beautiful friends over here on Instagram. Hey, LinkedIn. How are you? How are you? Okay, the family is here. Everybody is here. And it's 5 p.m. People are getting off of work. You're getting ready to get into that traffic. Because I don't care where you are in the world. 5 p.m. is traffic time, right? 5 p.m. is traffic time. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me make sure. I want to make sure that I'm loaded everywhere. I just want to make sure that I'm loaded. Let me go over to Instagram really quick. Y'all get yourselves together too. Get yourself together. Oh, it says that I'm live right here on Instagram. Okay. I love it. Hold up a two. What's the delay? It's a little delay because my two is not up here yet. There it is. Okay. So cool. Let me check LinkedIn real quick. LinkedIn said, what did LinkedIn say? Did it say that I was live? Uh, I'm not showing live yet on LinkedIn. Am I live on LinkedIn? I actually thought I saw somebody comment from LinkedIn, but I can't find the live stream. I can't find it. Let me see. Do you know why I like going live on TikTok? It is just so it's just all the way live on TikTok. Oh, there is somebody, but your comment didn't pop up. Oh, there it is. It's in the lower right hand corner. If you look right here, So the comment, so I'm a part of this beta group with comments appearing on stage. And so they're going to appear right in the lower right hand corner. Okay, that's cool. It's really tiny. Is it tiny for y'all or just for me? Nappy Coach, can you see your comment? Let me know if you can see your comment. Can you see your comment? Okay, you can see your comment. Okay. Okay, excellent. Uh okay, well, I'm here. I had a coach to call me out today and was like, we need some personal development. He was like, Master Code, it's small on the screen. Yeah, it is small, but it's so super cool that I can just see it from right here. He was like, Master Coach, you need to start a series, a challenge, or something, because we need some direction. And sometimes y'all I be feeling it and sometimes I don't. But I will say that it really comes with this territory, especially when you're calling yourself, a master life coach, a CEO, a, a educator. Tell Adam that he gets it on time. You already know who it comes from. If you putting yourself in a place of leadership, and you have people that follow you, and you have people that honor you, you got to show up in some shape, form, or fashion. You know what I mean? Like, that was something that I was very hesitant about when I took on this role. Like, I'm going to show up even when I don't want to. And last year, I committed to the show up. Like, my show up is fierce when I want to. But I think the beautiful part of leadership is when you can show up for something greater than you when you don't want to. I think that's when you've really stepped into a beautiful role of authority and influence, all of those good things. And so I was sitting here and I was like, I don't want to show up. Hey, Coach Adam, I don't want to show up. And I pressed play anyway. And so I really want this talk to be able to help those of you who have taken on a leadership role. And even if it's in your home, if you're a mother or a father, and that's a leadership role. And I want to talk just a little bit on that, right? Because I was raised by a clinically depressed mother, and she had to show up for me no matter what. Like, I didn't care that she was clinically depressed. Like, I needed her so much. I needed her to help make decisions. I needed her to comfort me. I needed her to guide me. And she didn't get to sit it out on particular days. You know what I mean? And so for me, that's what leadership is. Like, we don't get to sit it out. And that's the reason why when we are in our greatest sense of energy, when we're upbeat and we're thriving, we got to pour so much into ourselves, because there's going to be days where we're going to need that energy that we naturally produced to carry us through days where we don't want to show up, where we don't want to be supportive, where we don't want to hold space, where we don't, where we don't want to do hard things, you know. And Coach Adam is on here, and I was actually talking to him earlier, and I told Coach Adam I'm really pissed off. Like, I've really been angry since last week, and you wouldn't be able to tell because I know how to deal with my emotions, but I know exactly the emotion that I'm feeling, and I was angry. Like, I'm really still angry because y'all, it's cute and all. It's cute and all when I can say, "Oh, we're the first life coaching school to be medically credentialed." That's cute, but it's a lot of weight to come with that. It's a lot. And when I tell you that they treat us like we the only life coaching school that's medically credentialed, they treat us like it too. And there's a lot of, it just feels like on a lot of days, it feels like I'm carrying a building, like I'm carrying I don't know, a trillion ton building on my shoulders. Sometimes it just feels that way because there's a lot of days I just don't have answers, you know? There's a lot of days I don't have answers. There's a lot of days where I'm just totally confused. There's a lot of days I'm just floating on a wing in a prayer. Um, and then there's beautiful days. Because we're like knocking down barriers, in the life coaching industry. There's a lot of barriers we've overcome that will pave the way for other coaches who want to do something similar to what I do. But I tell people all the time, honey, you got to be well equipped mentally and emotionally to come on this side of life coaching and to run a business like this, because it will take you out if you're not equipped emotionally and mentally. And that's going to really like lead me into when I was like, I don't want to press play. And then the coach was like, you need to start showing up more on social media because we miss you on social media, because they were I was so consistent last year, and I spoiled them, and we spoil our people. We spoil people that we influence and people who, support us. And when you just walk away, even though it's your prerogative, right? You should be able to walk away. Let me just say that it's so many catch 22s to live in this life, because you should be able to just walk away because that's your business. But I think about God, right? The greatest leader to ever exist, the greatest leader of all times. And I think about how we be pissing God off. I know I be pissing God off a lot. I know I do. And I know God be wanting to just walk away sometimes, but God just don't do that. You feel me? You said that you wouldn't do that. I did, right? But it must not be working because I need to do something. I need to do something. And I was just like, well, I'm made in the image. Like, God gives me the same ability to show up with compassion and humility, but there's a greater responsibility for us. Like, we don't have that we just don't have that super magic superpower. Maybe we do, and I just ain't tapped into it yet. But for me, like, we just don't have that super magic and superpower to really even understand like the spiritual realm. Like, I went back to the word, and I was just doing some research, and there's a there's a story where it talks about, like, before God created the world, it said that God was lonely. Can somebody find that? Like, what scripture is that? It said that God was lonely. So that was an emotion that God had. So why would I feel like that I would be emotionless as a leader? God was lonely, so God created us. So if God was lonely, if God was experiencing emotions, then if God experienced loneliness, that means that God also experienced anger. That means that God also experienced disappointment and happiness and joy. That's the theory. That's going to be my theory for this. Because if God was lonely and said, child, I need to build a community out here, then why wouldn't we be lonely? And why wouldn't we go through emotions of needing something and wanting to not just show up and do sometimes? Because if the creator experienced that emotion, then you know that all emotions are fair game. I just say that all emotions are fair game. So I just want to. Oh, y'all are over here. Hey, I have a question. You gave some info in a live once how to find something via clicking on a picture. Hey, crafter creators. I'm like streaming everywhere, so I just know I'm seeing your messages over here on Instagram. I don't know. Tell me more about it because who knows? I'm always doing something on social media. How to find something via clicking on a picture. How to find something via clicking on a picture. No, you're fine. I don't know. Was it from the stories? No, if it's from the stories, then there has to be a link there. If it's from the stories on Instagram, it has to be a link in order for you to click on it. And y'all know I'm always creating. Okay. Yeah, DM me. So I'll be back because I'm streaming over here on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. So put your questions over here if you have a question, and I'll come back like in a couple of minutes and see what you got going on. Okay, so let's chat, y'all, real quick because I really want to talk about like why I didn't want to go live, but I pressed live anyway. And this is for us who were always hesitant about using our voice and using our authority and using our wisdom and our intelligence because we feel like who's going to be listening. And I really feel like it's not for you to go down that rabbit hole of our insane imposter syndrome. If you just press play and just go with the flow, because I'm telling you, if you're thinking about wanting to go live and then you talk yourself out of it, that's your soul saying, "Hey, can we do something?" That's your heart saying, "Hey, can we show up in a beautiful way today?" Because I will say that even if you're not rooting for yourself, internally, spiritually is rooting for you. Like our internal self know our brilliance. So when you be having a thought of, oh, should I write a book? Oh, should I go live? Oh, should I go over to this event? Oh, should I sign up and be a speaker? Oh, should I create an event? Like when you be thinking of all of the should I's, that's your internal self that's very confident, that knows your path, that knows your future, is saying, "Hey, I just need you to do it. Can you just do it?" You feel what I'm saying? She said, "That's me." And so for me, like I've been every day in my heart, it's been saying, "Can you just press play, Lakendra?" And I just talk myself out of it. And I'm not shy by far. I don't have to, I've grown out of, oh well, I don't have makeup on, or I'm not dressed up, I'm not looking my Instagram self. I've grown out of that. Like I can press play with a bonnet on, so I don't have that problem anymore. I don't think I need to go live. My energy is not coaching friendly, so I just keep it to myself. Well, you see, that's a major imposter, because I be saying the same stuff. Like, haven't enough people heard me? I'd be really thinking about a whole lot of stuff, and oh, my core coaches, they've heard enough because I know my core team is going to show up and support me regardless. But, that's a major imposter. So I was sitting here and I said, let me write an affirmation for myself so I can go press play. And this is the affirmation that I came up with. I said that I am perfect, whole, and complete. Write that down for yourself. Like, I am perfect, whole, and complete. And I probably wrote that about 20 or 30 times. Like, everybody knows that I'm a writer, and I create these pens to inspire people to write more because it's healing in this in these right here. There's so much healing and just in the power of our hands because of that energy transference that happens. And so I just kept sitting here writing, like that just made me press play. And I just said, at least let me put some lip gloss on. Can you at least put some lip gloss on? And that's what I did. I just put some lip gloss on. Hey, my trucking guru, girl, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in such a long time. How are you? So that's what I did. And then I just pressed play. And then here I am. Perfect, whole, and complete. And now the psychology in my mind, right, is working for me because there's nothing missing. I don't need to fix anything, right? I don't need to remember a script. I just need to press play because whatever is inside of you will flow. That's what I know. Whatever inside of you will flow. If you just trust yourself, if you just have a little bit of trust, because a lot of us don't even trust ourselves, right? And just press play. Sometimes that's just what we have to do. Or pick up the pen and start writing. Pick up the tablet and start typing, right? Pick up the phone. Call the person you need to call to help you to get clarity on what it is that you're trying to do. But stop talking yourself out of it. And sometimes we can't stop talking ourselves out of it because we've been doing it for so long. So for those of you who are in that phase where it's just like you paralyze yourself when it's time for you to move forward, then you need to connect yourself to somebody that you can call or that you can text that will tell you, get off of your butt and do it. That's why I love coaching. That's why I love the coaching industry, because that's what we just tell our clients all day. Hey, get off of your butt and do it because you're perfect, whole, and complete. And you don't need fixing, right? Everything you need is already inside of you. That's what I tell my coaches and my clients all day long. Get off your, and I don't be saying get off your butt. I'm for real. I'm that real hard coach. I be like, get off your ass and get it done. You made that commitment to yourself, but you'll get up and you'll do 5 other things for 5 different people. And then your 5 things that you needed to do for yourself is still left on the back burner. And we're not doing that anymore. So sometimes when you don't have the strength for yourself, you got to bring somebody else in to the party. You can't be the only person at the party. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And sometimes we're the only person at our own parties. And that's why you're a party pooper. Stop being a party pooper. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing I did. Like I literally have an inner coach. See, I didn't have to call anybody, but I had a coach to spark the conversation of, hey, like what are we gonna start doing? Are we gonna have a mastermind? Are you gonna do a challenge? Like what? Like we need your voice, we need you. And the thing about it is I've consumed myself with so many things, right? Of keeping my company afloat that I'm just like, I'm tired. But that's what I was telling myself. Like, I'm tired. So what are you telling yourself? Like, what are you telling yourself? Nappy Coach already said what she was telling herself. Hey, Coach Aaliyah. Nappy Coach said, I don't think I need to go live. My energy is not coaching friendly. So that's what she's telling herself. What are you telling yourself? And it's not necessarily about going live. It's about creating the product. It's about writing the content. It's about writing the book. It's about showing up. It's about going to get your hair done. It's about, taking a break. It's about a whole lot of things, not just one particular thing. It's about the absence that you're giving yourself. What absence are you giving yourself? Mine's was just simple thing. Like I said, I almost didn't go live because I had so many excuses. I'm in my office. Like, and then I had to reaffirm myself. So how can you reaffirm yourself? Right? I just said I am perfect, whole, and complete. And I in not all times. It could penetrate my nervous system. So it could get all down in there. Get all down in the nervous system. And then my nervous system, which is the listener of all of my organs, it said, hey, she's back. Wake up heart, wake up mind, wake up blood vessels, wake up kidneys, wake up lungs. She's back. Let's get going while we can. So even though you feel like no one is listening to you, everything internal is listening. It's like a classroom. You know, I retired from education, 18 years, and I always describe the nervous system as like a classroom. So the nervous system is the principal, and then everything that the nervous system take care of are the students, and you are the teacher. And the principal is like, hey, the teacher is here. We need to listen. So even though you feel like nobody is listening to you, everything internal is listening. And that's the reason why we experience constipation and migraine headaches and acne skin and aches and pains all in our bodies, because you feel that no one sees you neglecting yourself, but internally everything knows that you are. That makes sense? Of course it does. Of course it makes sense. And so I reaffirmed myself, and I'm just helping y'all who are holding out. Like you selling yourself short and you holding out. And somebody needs you. Somebody need your voice. Somebody need your prayers. Some of you are prayer warriors. Like when I listen to some people, a prayer warrior when they pray for you and they say, hey, can I pray for you? And you feel a sense of renewedness like after they're done. Like when I pray, my prayers don't even do that for myself. My prayer is different. I have a conversation with God, and for me that's prayer. But you have people who are gifted with prayer, like praying. So we're all gifted with doing something, you know, whether it's showing up for other people, helping people, being a good parent. Some people are like exceptional parents. Like you parent the best. And so we all have a gift that is not for us. The gift is really not for us. It's for others. But what if I told you that you can also reverse engineer that gift where it could also be impactful for you? Like the praying for you and then being the mother and mothering yourself and nurturing yourself and, being supportive for yourself like you are for other people. Like we can really reverse engineer that gift where it really benefits you too. Did you know that? Yeah. Watching and sending love. Oh, my dear Claire, what time? Let's see, it's 6:29 a.m. in the Philippines. It's 6:30 in the Philippines. Hello, Coach Claire. How are you? Welcome in. So I reaffirmed myself. I drove myself to do it. That's the self coaching. So I'm beyond having to call anybody. I'm totally responsible for myself. And even though I've learned to be vulnerable as a leader and call somebody and talk to them, like I got told Coach Adam today that I was really like I'm really angry. I was and sometimes, like you have to be careful, like when you're a leader, you have to be careful about the exchange of your energy as well, because you have to know that your energy is powerful. So, but Coach Adam, he can deal with me at this point. And I told Coach Adam, I said, I've been angry since last week. Like, I'm really just pissed off. And, Coach Adam just, held space with me. Sometimes he know how to say the right thing at the right moment too, because he's getting so used to talking to me. We talk about it daily, right? So anyway, I just reaffirmed myself and I showed up, right? And so what I will say, y'all, is I get the stress. I get the stress. But you can't shut down. You can, but why would you want to? Why would you want to shut down? Because when you shut down, you take your power away. Like when we shut down because we're frustrated, because things are not going our way, because we feel incompetent, because we feel lazy, because we feel like, procrastinators, people who suffer from like depression and anxiety and all the things, like we just experience that. Sometimes we just experience that level of incompetence. I'm just telling the truth, because a lot of people won't just tell you the truth. But I be experiencing that stuff because I suffer from a lot of stuff. I was born with a chemical imbalance. So daily is a fight for me. Daily. That's the reason why I have to do this work every single day. That's the reason why. That's the reason why people be like, oh my gosh, you're just always so nice and so helpful and so, because it keeps me in flow. Being nice and helpful and friendly just works for me, because like right now I'm pissed off, and what will it serve me lashing out, exchanging, my passivity off to somebody else? Because that's what we do when we feel like life is not working out for us and we're frustrated and we're all over the place and we're not taking care of mental mindset, and we're not taking care of our physical body. We're just angry people, and we're just lashing out. We cussing the people out at the drive-through window. We cussing the customer service people out. We cussing the bill collectors out. You owe them people, so don't cuss them out. Be nice to them folks. Like we just all over the place, just mean, 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 mean. I no longer have space to shut down. No, you do not. We do not. None of us do. Because when you shut down, you become powerless. And when you shut down, that's when the enemy just times 10 everything. The enemy just be showing up everywhere, just times 10. And then you feel like you have no control. And then you feel like you got to start all over because you literally just gave your power away because you decided that you didn't want to show up, that you didn't want to do. And I know how it feel to not want to do. And that's why y'all it's so I've been able to do something very extraordinary. I'm just going to say. Like I've been able to build a beautiful coaching community. I have a beautiful coaching community. And no, it's not thousands of people, but it's enough. I have people who we truly support each other. And I'm grateful for that. Like I'm so grateful for that, because if I decided to shut down, they're not gonna let me be shut down too long. They're gonna be like, "Where is Master Coach? Have anybody like? Do you have a community where somebody is asking where are you? Because if not, then I mean you need to put yourself in a community, and you need to. grow with that community, and you need to allow that community to get to know you and your pain points so you can be accountable for when you decide you don't want to show up. Like nappy coach knows she can't be gone for too long. I don't care what she be going through. I'd be like, nappy coach, I'll create something just for my community to show up. If I feel like my community is getting too distant, I'll literally, so now they know the secret, I will literally create something to make us all show up. I'll call a huddle. I'll be like, hey, let's go, let's go out to eat or whatever. When we were, members at the country club, let's meet up at the country club, or I'll host a whole event. Because I know if I host a whole event, I'm gonna have them for at least 90 days because we got to prepare for the event. That's the beauty. That's the beauty about being a part of a community. You want somebody to know that you're absent. Not absent in physical, but you're absent in mental, you know? And really that's all a part of being responsible as a leader. Placing yourself in spaces that will miss you. Placing yourself in spaces that truly have compassion for you. She said with your slick ass, but I do. I do because I know how hard it is to slip away. I know some of the greatest people, y'all. I mean, they're given, they're wealthy, they're all things, and I watch them struggle emotionally and mentally, and I just watch them slip away. So it doesn't have anything to do with have anything to do with your status. It doesn't have anything to do with your credentials. You can just slip away if you don't got this together, right? And if you don't have a community that can help you keep it together, that will miss you because they honor you, right? And so that was the other thing. So that was the other thing I thought about. So I had community members show up today and was like, well, they've been showing up for the last couple of days and like, hey, master coach, are we gonna like have a mastermind? Like, what are we doing? What is it? What is the next thing? And I'm just like, why y'all can't do it? Because they have their own communities as well as that they're leading. They're like, well, we're a part of this community and you're the leader of this community. So what we got going on? And so I'm here. And it was hard to be here though. It was hard. So that's a good nugget, y'all. Like, it's okay to pause. Wait, we need to pause. There's a difference, right? So when you're in a car, there's a red light, right? And does that red light just stay red? It never does it? It goes yellow, right? Because that's like slow down. And then it goes green and it be like, go. It's time to go. And that's just really how I look at my mental space. I have a stop, but the stop is not for a long period of time. If you have stopped for me past a week, then it's something wrong. And you got to do something more to get out of that, right? I always talk about therapy. Like, I am a champion for therapy and I am a champion for coaching. Because 1 week would turn into 1 year. Y'all feel me? 1 week will turn into 1 freaking year. And we don't got time for that. So operate just like a red light. It's okay to stop because I'm telling you, we're not going to be at that red light for very long. And it's like, okay, stop. What does stop means? It means that you need to reflect and you need to get things in order. And you need to become responsible for what is happening in your life. It's your responsibility. You think you're too fat? Figure out a plan to lose weight. You broke? Figure out a plan to how you can make some more money. Your love life turned upside down? Figure out a way to give yourself more love so you can get rid of the love that's not serving you. You hate where you live, figure out a way to either spruce up your house or how to move. But you have the answers. And for me, that stop is what is when that thought process is supposed to happen. And then go. The green light says go, and you should just, it's time to go. And when you go, 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 the light turns yellow and you can slow down. And then what happens? You get to reflect. You get to see the things that you put into action to see if they worked. And you get to reflect and you get to breathe and you get to pause. And that's when you get to honor love. Like I can be so hard on myself. And you talking about, I didn't coin myself the heart expert. These folks out here in the coaching world did. So you talking about the heart expert. And sometimes I have to say, LaKendra, what you just did for yourself these last couple of days was love. You chose love for yourself, and you need to honor that. Because I could be so hard on myself. I think people who do a lot for a lot, we are like our worst critics ever. And so I have to, during that yellow light, and while I'm going slow, what's happening is I'm in immense gratitude. Immense gratitude. And I'm thankful. I'm not thankful for everybody else. I'm thankful for the shit I did for myself. Where we don't give ourselves honor. We want to honor everybody else. Oh my guys, I'm so thankful. Thank you for showing up for me. Thank you for, but what when you showed up for yourself? So when I'm in that slow, I'm honoring myself, like, girl, you did that. You found the strength to get through that. That's good. I be really like, girl, I remember when we couldn't do that. I remember when we would lose 2 or 3 months. We would lose 2 or 3 months of being in shame and being in regret. Girl, I'm not losing 2 or 3 months anymore for anybody. So I have to, during that yellow light, I'm in immense gratitude for self. How many of you do that? How many of you truly honor yourself? Or when the last time you've done it? When was the last time you literally honored yourself? Can you remember? How do we get back to that? What can you do right now to honor something that, whether it was an imposter that showed up that said something about you and you dismissed it, but you used to allow it to just truly impact you, and where it would take you out for weeks, or you would literally live in that. So I want y'all to really think about that, because that's something really beautiful to give to yourself. And then the other thing I want to ask y'all, and I'm almost done, y'all, because I really do want to go hang these curtains in the conference room. That's what I want to do before I leave here today. Before I leave my office today, I want to go hang these curtains in the conference room. I also want to ask you, what's one area of your life that you want to lead more, or you want to give more love to right now? What's one area that's really keeping you from moving? When that light turns green, you still moving like a turtle. Cars bunking at you, people going speeding around you, and you know how somebody in front of you and they going so slow, and then you speed around them, but you look inside their window and then speed past them. Why we do that? We so ignorant. So, but that's what we looking like when that light turns green. Like, what is that one thing that you need to give to yourself? You need to give more love in that area of your life. I'm slowly starting to learn this without guilt in the past 3 months. Oh, good. As long as you're learning it, right? Hey, Gabrielle Jones, welcome in. So I want to hold space for that area because like I had to when I got done with my affirmation, those of you who, you're just coming in and you missed it, my affirmation that made me go live today because I didn't want to go live. I am perfect, whole, and complete. Like I wrote that about 25, 30 times with my hands. I am perfect, whole, and complete. I am perfect, whole, and complete. I am perfect, whole, and complete. To the point where, because I kept saying that to myself, the thing, like the thing where I feel so incomplete in, it stood out like a sore thumb. Because sometimes, because sometimes we will have like a list of things, but it's really one thing. But when you're in a space that's not energizing you, you would think of 100 things, but it's really only one thing. I am perfect, whole, and complete. And really, it's in how I'm showing up in my business. Like, I just need to show up bigger, y'all. Like, I really need to just show up bigger. I need to show up so much more bigger. And I know that. I know that I've just, I'm in this soft CEO, but I got to redefine what that means for me. Because I just refuse to keep working hard and being a slave in my own business. And having that hustle mentality. I don't want to work like that anymore. So in the past 6 years, I've been like truly building a team. Like I don't mind sharing wealth. Like I don't want it to be about me, 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 me anymore. If I could share if I could share 50, 60% of it, so I could have this soft CEO life, then I want to do that. So that's learning how to release, learning how to trust, learning how to be a part of. It's a lot of things that I'm learning. And I'm having to show up in such a bigger way as a CEO. Learning how to ask for help, learning how, you know, to stop making it look so easy, like it's so easy. This shit ain't easy over here. This is, look, these pages is pages of denials. This is probably about $60,000 worth of denials that I gotta sort through and go through and figure out how to recover. This shit is not easy. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of people that depend on you. And I'm just, instead of harboring that, I just speak more freely about it. Because people will want your position because you make it look so easy and you harbor all of the pain, not even understanding the real work that comes with it. So I just be hella transparent all the time. Oh, you want what I have? Oh, okay, come on over here. Let me see how long you will survive it. Or just come in and be a team player. Figure out where you fit in. Because one thing I've learned is, matter of fact, there was a lady, she's not even one of our coaches. She reached out to me and she was just like, hey, is she one of our coaches? Maybe she is one of our coaches. I can't remember. But she reached out and she was like, hey, can I come and meet with you? Um, I thought she said, can I come and meet with you because I have some information on, you know, um, a facility for clients, but that's not really what she said. So when she got here, matter of fact, Coach Adam was with me on that day, and I told Coach Adam, "Won't you come into this meeting with me?" Because I wasn't really familiar with her, and sometimes I can be funny acting. So Coach Adam was like, "Okay." So what she wanted to meet with me about was how do I start? How do I start the business like you? And she was like, hopefully I'm not stepping, you know, on your toes or anything. And I was just like, girl, get a sheet of paper and a pencil out. Because if you feel like that you can do this, honey, I will show you how to start it up. And sometimes we don't want to do that. Sometimes we feel like, oh, somebody is going to come and take something away from you. It's like all this weird stuff that be happening to us. But just share it because it's a less burden on you. I told her, girl, I can't. Matter of fact, we have one of our coaches who I told her, because she's like my mentor too. I was like, you should really start this business out here in Texas, because she's not here in Texas. And I finally convinced her to do it. Then we had an office space to come open, like literally three offices down. And I called her and said, you need to get this office space. Like it's literally 10 steps from my office. You know how much we can help each other? And so we're so super excited. So she just closed on the office space, and her team is going to be coming out here, this month, and we just going to be growing business together, making money together. You know how much that relieved my nervous system? Like my nervous system is so relieved. But we literally be in, because social media have like corrupted our minds, like don't tell people about what you're doing and hold it in. No, if you feel like you gotta like keep secrecy all the time, it's because you haven't built a good community. Build a good community. So anyway, that was just like a little tangent I went off on. But what's one area of your life you want to lead more with love right now? That's what I wanted to, the question that I want y'all to sit with for the rest of this week. I want y'all to go into the weekend with that on your mind, and let it stick out like a sore thumb. After you reaffirm all of the goodness about yourself, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. So you don't have to be writing down 20 things, because it's not 20 things. It's just really one thing. And that's the one thing I want you to focus on this month. What is it for the rest of this month? Because we're getting ready to go into quarter 4. October, November, December, it's done. 2025 is done. Do you hear me? So fall, we're getting it together. We're aligning everything. We're reaffirming ourselves. We're saying that we can. We're going to do hard things, and we're going to finish this year out strong. Y'all got me? So what is that one thing that you're going to really work on improving, self-improvement for yourself? One thing. And that's what I want you to carry with you for the rest of this month. And I want you, when that red light turns green, when it turns green, I want you first, because I always tell people, if you out here in Dallas, before you go through that light, you better wait 3 seconds. Count 3 seconds before you go. But as soon as that light turns green, you count them 3 seconds, and because that's how we need to finish the rest of this year out really, really strong. Okay? So I didn't know what I was going to say, y'all, when I pressed live. I didn't know. I was just like, LaKendra, you're perfect, whole, and complete. Let spirit guide you. And the truth is, your presence has power. Those of you who you need to get out there and network, your presence have power. Stop talking about you too fat. Stop talking about you don't know what to wear. You don't have nothing to wear. Stop talking about you don't know where to go. You have a business and people need to know about your business. Your presence have power, and your power is not in your house. You got to get out, and you got to show people that you're worthy and that you are a contender in this space that you're in. Y'all got me? And just keep showing up for yourself, because you are perfect, you are whole, and you are complete. Keep saying it to yourself. Every time that imposter, that enemy try to creep up in your mind, just say, I am perfect, whole, and complete. And always say, and I can do hard things, because you can do hard things. Y'all got me? So, honey, that's it. That's my time. Hey, my coach True, my boo. How are you? I'm done, coach. I'm done. How long have I been on? 55 minutes. That's not bad. That's not bad for a person who didn't want to come on and go live. But if you are tuning in right now, welcome in. This all of this right here, the Unleash the Power of Love for Success in Business. That was a conference that I did in 2023. Um, and my team did that, so I need to have them to create me another one. So I guess I need to ask them to create me another one. I like the little sparkle, but if you're just tuning in, just go back and catch the replay. Let me know that you're here, and I need for you to also sit with that question that I ask, and to carry it with you for the rest of September. What's one area of your life you want to lead more love? You want to lead more with love with. You want to lead. What's more? How am I saying the question? What's one area of your life you want to lead with more love right now? That's what I'm trying to say. What's one area of your life you want to lead with more love right now? And I want you, it's this one thing. And I want you to take that one thing, and I want you to be hella responsible for it, and really, really go all in for the month of September and making it happen for you. Well, yes, well. So I'm done. I'm going to attempt to go and hang these curtains in the conference room. That's what I'm going to do right now, because I need to hang them and I need to steam them. So I'm going to steam them after I hang them. I think it'll be easier to do that. So peace, love, and blessings, everybody. And I'll see you soon. Over and out. Bye.